Students, today's topic is fertilization to fetal development. In this session, we are going to see about how a fetus developed right from zygote. There are various stages in the human developmental process. First stage or first process is fertilization. As we know, fertilization is the process of fusion of the male gamete with the female gamete. The male gamete is sperm fused with the female gamete ova. There are two types of fertilization: internal fertilization and external fertilization. If fertilization takes place outside the female body, that is called external fertilization. For example, frog. The female frog lays eggs on water. On that, male frog discharges sperm and fertilization takes place in water. This type of fertilization is external fertilization. But in human, the fertilization is internal, as the fertilization takes place inside the female reproductive tract. Look at the structure. This is the fallopian tube. This end of the fallopian tube is called ampulla of fallopian tube. It is funnel-like structure. This is ovary. The egg is released from the ovary and enters into the fallopian tube. Here the sperm is there. Fertilization takes place in the fallopian tube and zygote is formed. Since the fertilization takes place inside the female reproductive tract, the fertilization is internal fertilization. An egg is alive for about 24 hours after it is released out from the ovary. So fertilization must take place within 24 hours. The sperm enters into the ovum and fuses the egg. As a result of the fertilization, zygote is formed. The zygote is also called as fertilized ovum. Now the fertilization process over. The next process is cleavage and formation of blastula. The zygote, that is the fertilized ovum, undergoes series of rapid mitotic division which converts the single-celled zygote into a multicellular structure called as blastula. See, this is zygote. This zygote undergone series of mitotic division and form the next stage morula. Then it converted into a multicellular structure called blastula. This blastula comprises an outer layer of smaller cells and inner layer of larger cells, inner mass of larger cells. Now you watch this video clipping for your better understanding on cleavage and formation of blastula. Okay. Now you have understood the cleavage process and formation of blastula. That single celled zygote undergone mitotic division and convert into 2 cell, then 4 cell, 8 cell, 16 cell, 32, 64 and so on. At one stage it becomes a ball-like structure, ball-like single layered structure, that is called as blastula. Next process is implantation. Now the blastocysta, the blastula, reaches the uterus and gets implanted or fixed in the uterine wall. The uterine wall is called as endometrium. This blastula comes to the uterine wall and fixed in it. It takes place after 6 to 7 days from fertilization. So the process of attachment of this blastula to the uterine wall is called implantation. Next stage, gastrulation. After implantation, the single layered blastula rearrange their cells into 3 layered structure called as gastrula. The 3 germ layers are named as outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm and inner endoderm. So the single layered blastula rearrange their cells into 3 layered gastrula. Now in the gastrula stage, 3 layered structure is formed. Each layer has a name. Outer layer is the ectoderm, middle mesoderm and inner endoderm. From each germ layers, different types of organs are generated. Next, organogenesis. Organogenesis means organ formation. During organogenesis, various organs of the fetus are formed from the different germ layers and attaining a functional state. From the ectoderm, the nervous system and skin are formed. From mesoderm, muscle, skeletal system, kidneys and reproductive systems are formed. From endoderm, endocrine glands, lungs, digestive tract, liver, these are formed. So, in the organogenesis process, the organs are formed from the primitive germ layers, ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. Next process is formation of placenta. The placenta is a disc-shaped structure. It is attached to the uterine wall. See, this is a disc-shaped structure. This is uterine wall. Here this placenta is attached. This placenta forms a temporary connection between the developing embryo and the mother tissues. See, here these are the artery and vein arising from the developing embryo. Here this is mother tissue. So this placenta is a temporary association between the maternal tissue and the developing embryo. This placenta allows the exchange of food materials, diffusion of oxygen, excretion of nitrogenous wastes and elimination of CO2. A cord containing blood vessels that connects this placenta with the fetus is called umbilical cord. So, this is a cord-like structure connecting the placenta with the fetus is called umbilical cord. So, this is placenta. This placenta is a temporary association between the developing embryo and the maternal tissues. So, this is the place for the exchange of food material and elimination of waste, everything between mother and the developing fetus. This placenta is connected with a cord-like structure to the fetus. That structure is called umbilical cord. Next process is pregnancy. It is also called as gestation. So gestation is the time period during which the embryo attains its development in the uterus. Normally, the human gestation period is 280 days. During this pregnancy, the uterus expands up to 500 times of its normal size. Then the next process is parturition, that is nothing but childbirth. The parturition is the expulsion of young one from the mother's uterus at the end of gestation. The birth of young one from the mother's uterus at the time of delivery. Here, there is a hormone called as oxytocin hormone, which is secreted by the posterior pituitary gland. Helps to speed up the childbirth process by contracting the smooth muscles of the uterus. So the oxytocin, it is secreted from the posterior pituitary, stimulates the uterine wall and provides force to expel the baby from the uterus, causing the birth. Lactation. Lactation is the process of milk production from mammary glands after childbirth. The first fluid released out from the mammary gland after childbirth is called colostrum. The milk production from alveoli of mammary gland is induced by a hormone prolactin, which is secreted by anterior pituitary, and the ejection of milk is stimulated by another hormone, oxytocin, which is secreted by posterior pituitary gland. So children, in today's session we have learned about how a human fetus developed right from fertilization. Fertilization is the fusion of male gamete sperm with the female gamete ova. It takes place in the ampulla of fallopian tube. Fertilization must take place within 24 hours. The fertilization product is called zygote. In cleavage, the zygote undergone series of mitotic division and converted into many-celled blastula. The blastula consists of outer smaller cells and inner mass of larger cells. Now this blastula is fixed on the uterine wall. This process is called implantation. Implantation should be takes place about 6 to 7 days after fertilization. After implantation, the blastula is transformed into 3-layered structure called as gastrula. These 3 layers are called as primary germ layers, named as outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm and inner endoderm. Each germ layers developed into different types of organ during organogenesis. From ectoderm, nervous system, skin are formed. From mesoderm, muscles, skeletal system, kidneys and reproductive systems are formed. From endoderm, endocrine glands, lungs, digestive tract, liver are formed. Next, placenta is formed. Placenta is a temporary connection between the developing embryo and the maternal tissue. Here, the exchange of food materials and the nitrogenous waste elimination, carbon dioxide elimination, everything takes place. There is a cord connecting placenta with the fetus is called umbilical cord. Gestation is a reproductive period. Here, this is the period during which the embryo attains its development in the uterus. Human gestation period lasts for about 280 days. Parturition. Parturition is nothing but childbirth. That's a hormone oxytocin secreted by posterior pituitary gland helps speed up the childbirth process by stimulating the uterine muscles, contraction of uterine muscles, and provides force to expel the baby from the uterus. Then lactation is nothing but the process of milk production after childbirth from mammary gland of the mother. That's the hormone prolactin is stimulating milk production, and oxytocin hormone stimulating the ejection of milk from the mammary gland. Thank you.